Shalom, everyone. All praises to the Most High Yahuwah Elohim through the spirit of Yahushua Mashiach. This is your boy, your friend, your brother, Frenchie the West African Yashara. So today's topic, lesson, and investigation is going to be about the day starts at sunrise. Yeah? Once again, I'm going to repeat, as I always say, study, 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 to show thyself approved unto the Most High. Study, study. Yeah? We need to study, which means we got to read, yeah? Investigate everything that we come across. Okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to dive into this lesson. Yeah, and I hope that you're going to gain some understanding, because you guys need to stop watching these YouTubers, yeah, and dive in the book by yourself. And I'm doing this because I truly believe that some people generally want to know the truth, want to get closer to the Most High, yeah, respect His laws, statutes, and commandments, especially people that are waking up, yeah, knowing that their true heritage, that they're the Hebrew Israelite. Yeah, especially black people that are waking up, the so-called Negroes, should I say. We want to learn, we want to know, but we got to do it the right way. Because the reason why we've been cast out of the land, yeah, is because we couldn't keep Torah. So, with that being said, let's read the law and see if the day starts at night, or if it starts at morning, or should I say sunrise. Yeah? All right. So let's read Genesis chapter 1. Yeah, because from there you will know. I read. In the beginning, Elohim created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of Elohim moved upon the face of the waters. And Elohim said, "Let there be light." And there was light. So from now, darkness was before light. Right? Keep it moving. And Elohim saw the light that it was good. And Elohim divided the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the light day. And the darkness he called night. Yeah? Okay. And the evening and the morning was the first day. So, you need to keep in mind that what you are reading is an historical account. What you're reading, it is word for word true. It's not poetical or whatever. It is a historical account. You're not reading fiction. Yeah? And it is chronological order that you're reading. Because you have the first day here, and when you jump down, verse 8, and the evening and the morning were the second day. Yeah? You still have a chronological order. The first day, the second day, and then the third day, the fourth day, the fifth day. Yeah? Chronological order. So when you're reading, and the evening and the morning were the first day, this is a chronological order. So each one time after time. Yeah? So it was evening, and then it was morning, and then you had your first day. Does that make sense so far? Same thing here. And the evening and the morning, and then you have your second day. So if it's a chronological order, the evening is past, then the morning come in, then there's the first day that you have. or the second day, or any day anyway. So from that, when you read and you take time to understand what you read, from that, you're supposed to know that a day, the marker of a day is the morning or the sunrise. Does that make sense so far? Once again, verse 13, and the evening and the morning were the third day. So once again, this is a chronological order. 1, 2, 3. Step by steps. Yeah? So when you read this, it's day 1, day 2, day 3. Every time when they're talking about there was an evening and there were a morning, it's step by steps. So what we're seeing today, when we look at this, when we look out there, when the night comes, you're going towards the end of the day. And when the morning comes, this is the next day. Do you guys understand? I hope it makes sense. Yeah? But we're going to gain more understanding on that topic going towards the scriptures, more scriptures, yeah? All right, so we want Exodus. So Exodus, yeah. Chapter 16, verse 23. So Exodus chapter 16, verse 23. We read, and he said unto them, this is that which Yahuwah hath said. So the Most High said it, right? Okay. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto Yahuwah. So tomorrow, the next day, right? Okay. Bake that which ye will bake today, yeah, and sieve that ye will sieve, and that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning. If your day starts at night, this verse will be finished until the night. We'll be finishing by until the night, kept until the night. Yeah. Remember, tomorrow, is the Sabbath of the Most High. And you have to bake all the stuff, you have to seize all the stuff, and which remaineth over, lay up for you to be kept until the morning. Because in the morning, it's your tomorrow, the next day. Yeah? I know some of you have a hard time to understand reading the scriptures. I know that. But you gotta focus. You gotta study. Yeah? No one is taking you for an idiot or whatever. But you need to understand what you read. That is very important. Just with the English. Because if you don't understand the English, when you're going to get into the Hebrew and all this kind of stuff for the Greek, you're not going to understand either. Yeah? So let's keep it moving. I don't want to make this lesson too long because it's very, very easy to know. Like, you know that when you see the sun coming, it's the next day. You know that subconsciously, you know that. We shouldn't even be arguing about this kind of stuff. Yeah. Let's read 1 Samuel. Yeah. 1 Samuel. I think it's going to make more sense to you guys. 1 Samuel chapter 19, verse 11. So 1 Samuel chapter 19, and we 1 verse 11. And read. I think you're going to understand now. Saul also sent messengers unto David's house to watch him and to slay him in the morning. So the purpose of Saul sending messengers unto David's house is to kill him in the morning. And now check this out. And Michal, David's wife, told David, saying, if thou save not thy life tonight, tomorrow thou shalt be slain. Remember, these guys got to go and kill David in the morning. She's telling David, Michal's telling David, save your life tonight. Because tomorrow, which is the morning, you will be killed. Thou shalt be slain. Does that make sense now? Yeah? Does that make sense? Once again, I am not trying to take people for idiots or stuff or anything like that. But y'all gotta study and read carefully, because if you don't, you're not gaining any understanding. If you don't understand the simple concept of the day starts at sunrise, how can I trust you with the rest of the scriptures? And I told you again, y'all need to stop watching these YouTubers. Study. Yes, I'm on YouTube right now. Yeah, because I have enough love to show you how to study. But then, after you finish my video, or after you finish watching my videos, study by yourself to gain understanding by yourself. Like I do. I don't spend my whole day watching YouTube. Although I do watch YouTube videos. But I study by myself to get understanding for myself. Because you can't trust everybody on YouTube. Yeah, let's keep it moving. Now. Yeah. Now we're going to the New Testament. Yeah, because we were in the Old Testament. We're going to the New Testament. And we want Matthew chapter 28. Matthew chapter 28, verse 1. Matthew chapter 28, we want verse 1. Check this out. In the end of the Sabbath, as it began to dawn towards the first day of the week, came Mary Magdalene and the other Mary to see the sepulchre. So it began to dawn towards the first day of the week. So that means it was going to be sunrise. It wasn't sunrise yet. It was going to be sunrise. So meaning it was still dark. Yeah. Towards the first day of the week. Do y'all understand? So it wasn't the first day of the week yet because it was still dark. It began to dawn. Yeah. And the end of the Sabbath, which means your Sabbath finishes at sunrise. Because it's in the end of Sabbath as it began to dawn. Or if you want me to say, towards the end of Sabbath, when the sun was coming. That's the same thing. Same difference. Yeah? And it was going to be the first day of the week. That's the same difference. We still understand that it is dark. And it's going to be morning. So we know now with that verse that a day starts at sunrise. That is very easy to understand. And when you see the other accounts of that same event, they're all saying the same thing, but in a different way. Because they're not writing to the same persons. But let's see. Let's get Luke chapter 24. It's a precept of this. Verse 1. Luke chapter 24, verse 1. Let's see if you have understanding. Because I kind of do. Now, upon the first day of the week, very early in the morning. So he's telling you he has to add that it is very early in the morning. You know what very early in the morning means. It is still dark. When you come out of your house very early in the morning, it is still dark outside. If you come out of your house by 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning, it's still dark outside. Although you can see this kind of lights coming up, well, it begin to dawn. You can see it, yeah? It's beginning to dawn, but it's still dark. The sun ain't out yet. That's why it says, now upon the first day of the week, very early in the morning, yeah, they came unto the sepulchre, bringing the spices which they had prepared, and certain others with them. So the same ladies, yeah, mentioned in there, in the verse before, Matthew chapter 28, verse 1, is the same event, the same account, right? They're saying the same thing. They're just telling you it's the first day of the week, very early in the morning. So they're making you understand that it's still dark, meaning it's not the day that was before is not finished yet, because they wouldn't have to tell you that it's very early in the morning if it was indeed the first day of the week exactly. Yeah? And just to make y'all understand, there is no contradiction. It's understanding of what you read. Yeah? Let's keep it moving. Let's read John. Yeah, John chapter 20. Yeah, verse 1. The same thing is being said. Check this out. The same thing is being said, yeah? The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early, when it was yet dark. So, if you follow me so far, you know that the day starts at sunrise, if you follow me so far. Right? So now, when you read that it was yet dark, you know that it was not actually the first day of the week, but it was going to be, it was very near the first day of the week, because they're telling you early. Yeah? When it was yet dark. So there is no contradiction, but they're making you understand, they're giving you time markers, basically. When it was yet dark. So it was dawn. It's the same thing that's being said in Matthew chapter 28 verse 1. The same thing is being said in Luke chapter 24 verse 1. It was dark. So it wasn't actually the first day of the week. But it was going to be the first day of the week. Very near to the first day of the week. Yeah? And let's finish unto the sepulchre and see if the stone taken away from the sepulchre. So basically, Yahusha wasn't even there. Meaning he was on the Sabbath day then. But anyway, that's not the lesson I'm trying to do today. I'm trying to make y'all understand that a day starts from sunrise. And I hope you'll follow me so far. So if it's still hard for you to understand that a day starts at sunrise, yeah? I'm going to read something for you quickly to make you understand, yeah? So let's go to Jonah, yeah? And we want chapter 3, verse 7. But Elohim prepared a worm when the morning rose the next day, and he smote the guard, so the guard that is withered. So once again, the morning rose the next day. He's not saying when the night came the next day, but he prepared the worm when the morning rose the next day. So once again, it is still telling you that the day starts in the morning. And once again, it is common sense. If you ask your kid when a day starts, it will tell you when the sun comes up. And you know subconsciously yourself. So I'm still trying to make y'all understand that a day starts at sunrise. Yeah? Not at night. It is not what it's saying in the Bible. keep it moving. Let's go back to the law. Deuteronomy chapter 21. We want Deuteronomy chapter 21. And we want verse 22 through 21. Let's read. And if a man have committed a sin, breaking the law basically, worthy of death, and he be to be put to death, and thou hang him on a tree. And thou hang him on a tree. 23. His body shall not remain all night upon the tree, but thou shalt in any wise bury him that day. Does that make sense? I'm going to read again. His body shall not remain all night upon the tree, but thou shalt in any wise bury him that day. If your day starts at night, this verse is contradicting itself. If your day starts at night, because the body is not supposed to remain all night upon the tree. And you have to bury the person in the same day. If your day starts at night, you have already broken the law, because your body is there at night. Does that make sense? For he that is hanged, for he that is hanged is a curse of Elohim, that the land be not defiled, which Yahuwah thy Elohim giveth thee for an inheritance. So once again, his body shall not remain all night upon the tree, because you have to bury the person the same day. Bury him that day. Does that make sense? All right. So once again, your day does not start at night, because you'll be breaking the law then. But let's get an example of that, of respect of that law in the New Testament, because you people, some of you Christians, trying to say that the law is done away with, you don't know what you're talking about. So let's read. We want Matthew. We want Matthew chapter 27, verse 57. So Matthew chapter 27, verse 57. I know it is hard to understand the scripture sometimes, but you gotta put your mind into it and like really work. Study. It is very important. Check this out. When the evening was come, there came a rich man of Arimathea named Joseph, who also himself was Yahushua's disciple. Let's read 58 too. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Yahushua. Then Pilate commanded the body to be delivered. So once again, when the evening was come, that's when Joseph went to ask the body of Yahushua. Why? Let's go back to Deuteronomy 21, verse 23 then, if you don't understand. It's very easy to understand. Check this out. His body shall not remain all night upon the tree, but thou shalt in any wise, that's why he begged the body of Yahushua, bury him that day. So once again, now when you read in Matthew chapter 27, verse 57 and 58, you understand why he went to Pilate and begged the body of Yahushua. Because he respected the law. He knows. They were Jews anyway. And what you call Jesus, he was a Jew anyway. So they all knew the laws of Moses. So once again, How can your day start at night if they're supposed to not let a body stay on a tree all night? How can your day start at night? Because if the body stays on the tree all night, you have broken the law. You got to get rid of the body the same day. So no, the next day cannot be marked by the night. Do you understand? I hope I'm making this clear. Yeah? Now let's get a precept on that. John chapter 19. Yeah, let's get a precept on that. And there's a little misconception thinking that there is a contradiction in the Bible with this very event, but it's not true. Well, let's go to John chapter 19. Yeah, John chapter 19. And let's read verse 31 to gain understanding. Yeah? And we're going to reach that verse that is precept of Matthew chapter 27, verse 57. Let's read. So verse 31. The Jews, therefore, because it was preparation day, that the body shall not remain upon the cross, but he's supposed to say tree. On the cross, on the Sabbath day. Yeah? Remember what you just read in Deuteronomy chapter 21. The body should not stay all night upon the tree. So you got to bury it that day. So once again, these people knew as well to not let the body on the cross all night. Which means that at that point, it is night. And look what I'm going to look. You're going to look what I'm trying to say. Sorry, you're going to see what I'm trying to say. Yeah? Bodies shall not remain upon the cross on the Sabbath day. For that Sabbath day was an high day. Besought Pilate that their leg might be broken and that they may be taken away. Yeah? So we know after that they didn't break the leg because in the scriptures or in the Psalms it said not one bone shall be broken, blah, blah, blah. You can go read about this whole thing if you want. But I'm just trying to jump into the conclusion and into the point that I'm trying to make. Yeah? Let's read verse 38 now. And after this, Joseph of Arimathea, being a disciple of Yahusha, but secretly for fear of the Jews, besought Pilate that he might be taken away the body of Yahusha. And Pilate gave him leave. He came therefore and took the body of Yahusha. So it's the same precept, yeah, same thing as Matthew chapter 27, verse 57. But my point I'm trying to make is that it was night. Yeah, but John is not stating that it was night. But Matthew is telling you. You know why? Because they're not writing to the same people. Their writings were for a different public, a different people. Some will know straight away what you are talking about because they knew the Lord themselves. They're not writing to you in 2019 that you don't even know Torah. He's writing to people, they automatically know Torah. They know that if they didn't want the body to stay on the cross, they know that at this moment it would be night. Yeah? And when he went to beg the body, here in verse 38, the people that's reading back then, they will know that it was night, so that the body could not stay where it was, and that they wanted to bury it the same day in respect of the law. Does that make sense? Don't put your westernized mind into the scriptures when you read. They are not thinking like you. Yeah? Put your mind as if it was back then in their times. Or even if you want to be thinking that they think like you, read the laws. Because when they're writing all these things. They're writing all these things, all those things, but they have the mind on the law because this is how they was raised. Yeah? So let's keep it moving. Verse 30 to 42 now. Yeah. There laid they Yahusha there. Check this out. Because of the Jew preparation day for the sepulchre was not at hand. So once again, it was night and it was going to be morning, which will be the next day. It was preparation day. They had to do all of it quickly before the next day because it was night. Because your day starts at sunrise. Does that make sense now? And once again, there is no contradiction in the Bible. For those who are trying to say that they contradict themselves, they're all saying the same thing. If you do not know the law, you're going to be thinking that they're contradicting themselves. If you do not know that a day starts at sunrise, you're going to be thinking that they're all contradicting themselves when they're not. Yeah? Now let's read John. Now that you have the mind, and you know that day starts at sunrise. Now let's read John chapter 20 verse 1. So remember, they did all that and it was Sabbath day. They couldn't do anything else. The whole day went gone. Now, look what's happening. The first day of the week cometh Mary Magdalene early when it was yet dark. So now it's the next day, but it was yet dark towards another day, which was this other day was the first day of the week. But it was not the first day of the week yet when she was there, because it was yet dark. Do y'all understand? When it was yet dark unto the sepulchre, and see the stone taken away from the sepulchre. It was yet dark, meaning it was still night, so it wasn't the next day. Does that make sense now? Do y'all understand now that your day do not start at sundown, but it starts at sunrise? Yeah? Okay. And if you have some difficulties to understand, rewind and listen, because it's very important to know that. Because you're going to be doing your Sabbath at night when the day starts in the morning. Yeah? So your Sabbath is not Friday night to Saturday night. No. Your Sabbath is Saturday morning to Sunday morning. Alright? And if you want to talk about the next day, is when you see the sun up. That's when it is the next day. Once again, when they were saying in Genesis chapter 1, and we're going to go back again. Once again. And the evening and the morning were the first day. So you had your evening coming, it was all dark, yeah, and the morning coming, the sun come up, it was the first day. Does that make sense now? I hope it makes sense. And for those who still want to deny, you can deny. But scriptures is not with you. You denying does not change the truth. Yeah? And you not understanding that there is no contradictions in the Bible does not change the truth. Because if there is contradictions in the Bible, why do you read the Bible for? We don't read the Bible because we like to read the Bible. We read the Bible because it is the truth. And the stories in the Word are the Most High. So therefore, if it's the truth, there is no such thing as contradiction. It's supposed to be all perfect. Even in its imperfection, it's supposed to be perfect. Does that make sense? All right. So Bless y'all. Have a lovely day. Yeah. And if you want more understanding on the Sabbath, you can scroll down my page. I have a video on the Sabbath day. So go and watch the video. If you want to subscribe to see more topics and stuff, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the description, the button link. Yeah. And shalom. Shalom to y'all.